Hello everyone, welcome to episode 228 of Show Viewers. Today I'll be going over Lilies by Niko DeMille. So, this song is predominantly more, I guess, kind of, not necessarily an acapella because it does have instruments in the background, but they're nothing too predominant. So I won't really have music to discuss this time, but I will have lyrics to discuss, which are absurdly, I guess, fruitful and, I guess, bountiful in this song. So, this is, like I said, a very lyrically dense song. It is a 2 minute and 35-second song, so a pretty lengthy Niko DeMille song. Now, not necessarily absurdly lengthy in comparison to other Niko DeMille songs. Now, like 12V songs, yes. But, like, this is a decent length song, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Like, it's not a Tool song or something like that. You got no 14-minute eulogy or something like that, but still. So, this song, we see as it kind of just generally follows the, I guess, like, idea of a breakup and like questioning why it happened, and almost kind of not necessarily in a blaming manner. Now, like we do see as in the song, Niko questions like was he not doing enough and stuff like that. That's specifically one of the lines, and just like why she, well, I guess the person that other partner in the relationship responded in such a way, and I believe the line that specifically Lilies comes from, I believe it's Lilies by your bed, I know you've been tired, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah. So, kind of just discusses that, and then we get a little bit further in the song, and we see how he mentions about how he is appearing dumb to his friends, and essentially humiliated because he was very dead set on the idea that this individual would be the one. They would be like the crush, the love, the, I guess, wife someday. However, this did not end up being the case, and he told his friends about all this, and now they're looking at him as if he's an idiot. So it kind of discusses the humiliation of having broke up with someone, not only from losing your partner, but also, I guess, losing the claims and essentially becoming a liar in regards to what you told your friends. But yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a liar because you're mistaken. It's not a lie, I guess, if you're mistaken by what you believe. It's it's just a dupe, essentially. But yeah, so then we also get that, and we see then it starts discussing about how this partner has made it seem as if they are being forced to be within this relationship, though there is nothing, I guess, holding them there. Yes, because, as he stated previously, exerted a lot of his effort. However, there's nothing holding them there. He's not, well, he does mention about how he begged them to stay. However, he's not been forcing them to stay. He is just wanting them to stay there because he wants them. And so, like, we see the lines, which is probably my favorite, I guess, 3 lines in, the song. So I believe the first one is, I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow, probably basking in sorrow. I think it then says, I know I'm going to wallow. I don't know, I just really liked how the, I guess, O sound rhymed very well. This song has a phenomenal rhyme scheme, by the way. It is really good, and I very much so enjoyed this rhyme scheme. But yeah, so we also get to discuss about how, very cool lines about how all I have left is the bottle, but I can't speak with it the way I can speak with you. And it's really reminiscing on what has been lost. And that is just a very interesting topic. I love how he portrays it here through his analogies and such. And I believe this is one of the better, I guess, lyrically, this is probably my favorite song about, like, it's kind of with the recent theme that we've seen, because it's really good, and I feel as it comes from a very level-headed manner. Like, it's not a super emotionally charged song, like you can tell by the vocals that it's not super emotionally charged. However, it portrays everything very well because it's not emotionally charged. Because, like, we see with, like, most, if you ever had a human interaction before, when someone is emotionally charged, their words often do not come out the way they're meant to. This seems very calm. This seems as if the words are being portrayed exactly as they're supposed to be, as if his thoughts are perfectly being conveyed. Also, back to the, I forgot to mention, oh my gosh, I forgot to go over this part when I was discussing the, I guess, forcibly being in a relationship thing. But the line is, oh crap, what is it? Oh, dang. You acting like I have a gun to your head. And crap, and then the other line is something about, I don't know what's in my head. Therapy appointments because I don't know what's going through my head. It's something like that. I just really like that line too because, like, it shows the confliction within someone who has recently gone through a, breakup, because it just, I don't know, it kind of perfectly consolidates it. And like it could also be seen as a symbolism for self-harm because of the previous mention of a gun to the head, and then the therapy mention, because I mean most people who go to therapy are, not necessarily all of them are afflicted by depression or something like that, but they are in a state of mind in which they could possibly harm themselves. So I like the adjacency of those lines because it shows a possible indicator towards self-harm and thoughts of self-harm which may arise after a breakup of a relationship, because you're questioning, did I not do enough? Am I not good enough? Am I worthy of continuing to live? And yes, you're always worthy of continuing to live. And no one should ever cut their own life short, because that is a tragedy of utmost proportion. But yeah, so that is kind of the lyrical content of the song "Lilies" by Niko DeMille. I really enjoyed it, like I said, and I hope this one comes to Spotify. I know I said it with every Niko DeMille song, but I really hope this one does, because I believe it is one of the best pieces that he's made recently. Like I said, especially with the coherence and cohesion of the lyrics, because they are, like I said, they're delivered in a calm manner. They don't not too emotionally charged. They just there's emotion behind them, but they're delivered very balanced. They, like I said, this appears to be a transitional point for Niko. He has reached a level to which he is able to relatively comprehend and grasp the occurrence which has taken place, and is now able to portray his thoughts, his emotions, in a concise and straightforward manner, rather than having the emotion conflict with him and not being able to get much description out. But yeah, like I said, that's all there is for that, and that's all we have for episode 228 of Shelf Review. So, thank you very much for watching.